Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy. I'm Chris the Dime One, and I am back with another video. Another one. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys, if you want to hear my review on The Strain, I'll probably have that uploaded sometime tomorrow. But this video, we're gonna be talking about Fear of the Walking Dead episode that was titled Do Not Disturb. All right. Now, Do Not Disturb episode, it was pretty much centered around Chris and Alicia. They centered around these two characters. Now, the other characters made appearances, like Chris' father and Alicia's mother, as well as some other main characters. But the majority of this episode was Alicia and Chris' introduction to Fear of the Walking Dead. Now, last time we saw Alicia, she was trapped in a hotel, in a hotel level, and she was surrounded by zombies. Nowhere to freaking go. So she boarded up and locked herself into one of these rooms that had a do not disturb sign in it. And during this time, she was surveying the hallway and pretty much counting how many zombies were in the hallway, trying to strategize a way to get out of this situation. Now, on the other side of the world, I wouldn't say the world, I'll say on the other side of the universe of Fear the Walking Dead, Chris was riding alongside his father. Now, Chris' father is trying to convince Chris to go back to his old ways, because Chris has picked up a trait here and there on how 101 ways on how to be a serial freaking killer. All right. Chris is pretty much independent. All right. He really doesn't need his father's support or his love. Chris is pretty much being a man's man. All right. Chris and his father, they saw a convenience store, and Chris ran in there to see if he can get supplies from the store. Now, his father told him to be careful. I don't know why he told Chris to be careful, because, like I said, Chris is Jason Bourne in Fear of the Walking Dead, man. He pretty much handle his own situations, if you know what I mean. So Chris goes in there, he finds water, he finds beans, and he's getting ready to deliver it to his father, only to be interrupted by a few zombies. Now, Chris met some other guys in the gas station, and at first, Chris was hesitant to interact with these guys, so he pretty much ran into the car and told his father to bolt the fuck out of there. Now, Alicia, on her side of the story, she finally gets out of the room, makes her way down the hallway, sees an elevator shaft, and jumps in it. Now, I don't know if Alicia was thinking on the run, but once she jumped into the elevator, she's looking around like, okay, now what else I'm going to do? What else I'm going to do? And the lady who was in charge of this hotel was at the top floor and basically saved Alicia from a lot of real shit, because shit was going to the motherfucking left on Alicia. All right. So once she gets Alicia to her floor, she begins to interrogate Alicia, and pretty much was telling her that, you know, her family is dead. She needs to help her find Hector, and she's the only one that's qualified enough to, you know, get around the hotel, because the hotel is pretty much like a maze. So she knows all the points to get in and interact too. So Alicia makes this deal with her, saying, okay, we're going to find Hector, but you're going to also help me find my family. So she agrees with her, and they go out on a long scrimmage journey to find Alicia's family. All right. Now, Chris, on the other hand, he's they're driving in this car. The car runs out of gas. Chris and his father make camp wherever the car was ended up at, and then they ran into those guys that he saved at that gas station. Now, these guys, they didn't drive all this way to thank Chris. They was pretty much saying, yo, even though you saved me, you kind of stole our goods, okay? And that's not nice. That ain't nice. So, Chris and the guys started to interact, and they really start to gel and bond, because the guys, their way of thinking is, shit is never going to get back to normal, and this is the new lay of the land. And now, back in normal times, these guys were considered losers, but now in this dog eat dog world, they're considered kings, all right? And everyone is considered their peasants, all right? So, Chris' dad is trying to explain to these guys, like, yo, eventually shit's going to get back to normal, all right? So don't get cozy and comfortable with this zombie apocalyptic world, because I'm pretty sure there's someone out there that's trying to, bring the world back to its old way of thinking and believing in, all right? So Chris' father is delusional, all right? He's freaking delusional. He thinks that, this is just a little bump in the road, and eventually shit's going to get back to normal, because someone, somewhere, somehow is going to create a cure to take care of these zombies, and everything's going to be back to life, back to reality. So, the guy's looking at Chris' father like, this motherfucker done lost his motherfucking rocker, all right? So, they find this farm, and they do, they check the farm around, see, if they can find supplies like they normally been doing. They pretty much been rummaging through all these different buildings that they're entering. Now, Chris' father got enough common sense to notice the land, and notice that, somebody still live here, because they're still planting, and there's chickens trapped in this hen house. So somebody's still here. And he's pretty much telling Chris and the other cats to, let's bounce the fuck out of here, because the farmer showed up, and the farmer got into an altercation with Chris and these other guys. And then the farmer ended up shooting one of the guys. One of the guys who were friends to the guy who got shot the farmer in the face. Now, this is where Chris' father is not co-signing to these actions that went down, because Chris' father was trying to get them the fuck out of there. And this scene pretty much solidified Chris, and now I think Chris is chosen his own path. And not only that, he's in that ride or die mentality with these three guys he just met a day ago. So we're going to have to wait and see how that evolves, okay? And I'm pretty sure they're going to talk about it at a later date. Now, Alicia and the other lady finds Hector, and they had to make a deal. In order to get Hector back, they had to give this party the keys to the hotel. Now, this is the same party this lady pretty much locked these people in a room, because one of the guests turned into a zombie, and she pretty much locked the door, and all of them had to fend for themselves. And none of them wasn't pleased when they saw her, all right? So they had to give her the keys. They gave them the keys. They got Hector back, and that's when the zombies started to infiltrate that certain room. So everyone split it up. Alicia and their group, they found like a manhole cover that went into the sewer, and they ran to this door. Now, this door was locked, and if the lady had the keys, she could pretty much unlock this door. But since she doesn't have the keys, Alicia started banging on the door, hoping that someone would open the door. And someone did open the door. It was Alicia's mother, all right? So they're all reunited, all right? Chris is reunited with this new group of guys who understand Chris and going to allow Chris his independence. and Alicia is reunited back to her family. So we're all gonna have to wait and see how this plays out at a later date. But my opinion on Fear the Walking Dead Do Not Disturb episode, I enjoyed. I give it 2 thumbs up. I give it a really solid grade. I give it an A+. I think this is the best episode that they came out since 3 weeks ago. I think this is, out of the 3 episodes, this was clearly the better episode, and it really showed the potential and the growth and the development of Fear the Walking Dead. Well, that's all I have to say on Fear the Walking Dead. Rate, comment, subscribe. It's your motherfucking boy. I'm Chris the Don One, and I'm out. And before I'm out, I need to let you guys know my Strain review will probably fall down maybe tomorrow or sometime this week. All right, it's your boy. I'm Chris the Don One, and I'm out.